okay, let's just look at everybody. And we saw them all, and they were all fantastic. They were great. I was like, all right, let me just meet Cynthia.
He's like kindred spirits, you know?
She just had a vibe that felt like a friend. I was talking to a friend. She didn't act like she was bigger than the show. She didn't act like she was a fan of the show. And more than that, she was a fan of a story about an outsider.
Had long conversations about it and thoughtful conversations about what it could be. And then I got the call to come in and do a camera test with 2 other actresses. It's 3 hours of singing and rehearsing and speeches and scenes, and I feel really, really like alive, but I know I've poured everything into it.
I looked to Mark, and we were like, of course, it's Cynthia.
Was it weird going and getting into all these songs for this today?
Less weird, more full circle.
And then she sang Defying Gravity.
So if you can't find me, look to the western sky.
Blew the roof off. We were just stunned. As soon as she left the room, we're like, that's her. That's Elphaba. She was so raw and vulnerable. And I couldn't get her out of my head.
I had the choice of whether to be green or to have it CGI.
Hello.
I love transformation. I love being able to become someone I'm not, because I think that's a really wonderful way of becoming a vessel for whoever you're playing. I really wanted for her skin to feel textured. I wanted to make sure that you could see that that green isn't just on her, it's in her. It's part of her DNA.
In my mind, we could never paint somebody for that long. They'd be uncomfortable. At some point, they'd be like, I can't do this anymore.
When I was doing research for this character, I noticed that the original Wicked Witch had nails. I wanted a progression, how she grows as a witch and a woman. Some people wear makeup. I always have my nails done. It's like another extended way of expressing myself.
To walk onto a set and have everybody look at a green person, and it helps the imagination.
What?
The first time I saw Cynthia all green, I sobbed, of course. It was just so beautiful. I remember seeing the freckles and immediately just bawling my eyes out.
And then I was like, okay, roll, roll, roll. And she settled in this calmness that didn't feel like it was makeup anymore. It felt like it was her.
For some reason, having all that green on has made me appreciate what I look like even more, and all of the differences that I might take for granted. The hat and broom are her emblem. I didn't want it to just be a broom. So we looked at different roots, we looked at different trees, and I knew that at the top of the broom, I wanted it to look like a hand, but I also wanted something to feel kind of out of this world. So when she finally gets it, it feels like a powerful moment.
The hat that she's gifted by Glinda, and she actually gives it to Elphaba as a joke. Elphaba finds power in the joke of it, but then she also identifies with it. The hat needed to feel as alive as the energy that Elphaba gets from it.
I decided that what I wanted with this hat was for her to snatch back what would have been embarrassment and shame and imbue the hat with power. For it to go from a thing that diminishes her to a thing that makes her more powerful. From there, through the rest of this movie, there had to be a reason why she wouldn't let it go.
The way that Cynthia lets us in to Elphaba is so special and so moving. And it is a massive turning point for both Elphaba and Glinda.
That idea transcends whatever emotional pain she's in. But Cynthia had to do that at the brink of tears, take after take after take.
Having all the emotions there every single time.
They never marked it. It was always, 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 always so beautiful and poignant. And all of us just got to sit in that and live with it and just witness these two people
So all those things came together to sort of share the pain that she was enduring and to share the loneliness and to share the defiance.
It was just such a beautiful experience, and everyone in the room felt it with her. Everyone was just kind of holding space for Elphaba. I'll never forget 1 minute of that day.
We have a really beautiful moment at the Oztast where Elphaba has to dance solo.
Finding the dance language of Elphaba was really one of my favorite parts of this process, because it starts off where you say like awkward, but it's not really awkward. It's just different. There's no music for that section. It's quiet. There's nothing driving us.
It wasn't enough just to have a piece of choreography, because then it would just be choreography. It's just her dancing. What we were looking for was, what was she trying to say with this piece and what was she trying to do? What's her movement language? How do we create this so it feels like it's of you, from you? How do we make it touching? How do we bring people in? How do we break people's hearts? We all knew that she couldn't move like everybody else. We didn't want her to move like everybody else. So it wasn't just legs and arms and body moving, it was how she breathed, where she looked.
We could go this way, or we could go this way.
Don't squeeze him.
I'm not. Oh, I think he's waking up.
We can't just let him loose anywhere. We've got to find someplace safe.
Yeah, I realize that. You think I'm really stupid, don't you?
No, not really stupid.
Oh!
David. Oh! All right, just can you stop?
He's wriggling.
He's wriggling
He's
because you're
wriggling.
holding him in the wrong way. Stay still. Breathe. Thank you. Just there. It's okay. It's okay. All right, little guy. All right. Come on, little guy. Come on. There. See? Don't have to be afraid of me.